The Zone Coverage Podcast Network.
The Andy, Luke, and Arif football machine.
Autobots, transform! I like this kind of party!
Great cash, homie.
Starts now.
All right, we're live. Welcome back to Thunderdome for another Zone Coverage Football Machine, Zone Coverage Podcast Network. It feels good to be back in the hood.
Is that where we are?
Of this tiny, airless, windowless room that is filled with Arif's like coffee farts. I'm your not so humble host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine, and I have equity, more equity than the aforementioned Arif is going to have to lose being able to gamble for the first time. It's so amazing.
You've never gambled before.
Oh,
It was illegal.
And close your eyes.
It's like, oh, Father, I can't wait to bet here. This is my first time at the gambling window. Give me the 17-team parlay.
17-team parlay with a backdoor kicker.
And the teaser.
Let me buy a point two in that West Coast game.
Joining me is Arif Hassan, NFL. Hola.
Hey.
Can you speak Spanish-ish?
No.
Oh.
I like how Ish was the deciding factor.
Well, queso, baño, hola.
The ish just made me think, like, do I know enough to say it? No.
Yeah, hola, baño.
So that was, I had to
Queso.
think about it. But
That's where we stop.
Yeah.
Queso con chips.
Queso con queso.
Yeah.
queso con queso.
Also, making a triumphant return from ringworm/anal fissure, Luke Inman. Man.
Thank you for that glorious intro.
I'm just telling people the truth.
Great to be back. I took 4 years of Spanish. Don't remember more than maybe a semester at this point.
So
well, you don't use
You're
it.
learning the last 2 weeks?
You don't.
Rosetta Stone?
You don't. Yeah, right. You don't. No, you don't use it. And if you don't use it, you lose it.
You've traveled a lot. You've never gone to a country where...
Oh, no. I mean, I'm definitely much better off had I not obviously taken 4 years of Spanish. I'm underselling it a little bit. But for how much I used to know, 4 years of Spanish, man.
Right.
It's dwindled a little bit, for
when
sure.
you and the lovely wife were in Thailand. Thailand?
Correct.
Yeah.
Wait, I called the show when I was in Thailand.
That
Is that not legendary or what?
Wait, so at like 4 a.m, after you had a couple of Mai Tais, you're not like...
for it.
You could really go for a quesadilla.
I'm rusty, dude.
Just don't know how to order it, but it's okay. Everyone looks good. Also, work the board today is Top Shire at T-Shire 3. What's going on? Hey, sorry, before we answer. If you have a kid, are you going to name it the fourth?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. It could
Even if
start
it's
with
a girl?
Unlikely.
You can just call her the fourth. If you say fast, you can be like, yeah, it's one of those new age names.
Yeah.
Starting a trend.
And I'm really a new age guy.
Oh, Jenna Quattro.
Yeah.
Or Chic Quattro. Chic Quattro.
She's sponsored.
She's sponsored coming out of the womb.
You know, kids are expensive these
Walking
days.
out of the womb. Hey, that paid for a semester of college, sweetheart.
Something's not expensive. Membership to Zone Coverage.
Ooh, pimpin'.
$23.99.
Wow.
We got exclusive stuff, draft stuff. Yeah.
In this economy?
We should have
I thought we
some.
were going to talk about that.
We should have some new shirts. You guys would be excited. So
Ooh.
go get your guys a little Arif.
Yeah?
Alex Conover has done a lot of the art on our site.
Outstanding,
Is
man.
doing that. So, yep, we'll have a store up soon.
Is he related to Scott Conover, who had a cup of coffee in the NFL and then lost a lot of weight on Nutrisystem?
I don't think so, but I love
Remember that was a thing?
Nutrisystem.
Yeah, because they had
EAS.
they had Mike Golick and Scott Conover because it's like these former pro athletes. And then Golick was like, you can have all the great food you want, like pot roast.
That's like
Pot
a
roast.
C+ food.
And like, you know how like TMZ or news outlets will say like NFL star that whoever married Jessica Simpson and he was like a fourth string tight end.
Yes.
So like Scott Conover, they're pimping as like this elite NFL offensive lineman. Like Nutrisystem is basically Larry Allen and Scott Conover. That's it.
Buy it. Are you buying
To
it
be
yet?
fair, you remembered his name, and he probably was jacked.
That's because I remember how
Big dude.
And he probably was jacked.
Well, he was a fat dude, and then he was a slightly less fat dude on Nutrisystem by eating pot roast. It's amazing.
Superstar Mike Morris made a lot of money after the NFL just from pimping a lot of like gym stuff and protein stuff and stuff.
Talking
And
about jacked.
dude, I served him when I worked at Wild Bill's for a quick stint, Power Hour every Sunday, and he literally got a Caesar salad, 4 extra chicken breasts. So grilled chicken, right? Comes with 1, 4 extra, 5 grilled chicken breasts, dude. And the dude was just, I mean, this was probably 6 years ago now, but the dude was just cutting. I know he'll be big forever.
Wait, was he too big to be a long snapper?
Yes.
I feel like most long snappers look like glorified punters. I mean, like they're relatively skinny dudes.
This dude could rip your head off.
The Vikings.
And he would.
McDonald, right? Is their long snapper? I'm trying to McDermott. I was close.
McDonald.
But that guy, yeah.
Come on down.
I was trying to think him, and then who's the long-term one they had?
The NFL's Colin Loeffler.
Loeffler, yeah. And but those guys were kind of jacked. They were just lean.
Yeah.
Loeffler was pretty big.
Remember who's the Giants punter?
Steve Weatherford.
Yeah, wasn't he jacked as hell?
I love
There's a couple sneaky punters that are starting to get jacked. Besides him, there's one more too. But yeah,
Pat O'Donnell, or is he a punter?
Yeah, he's punter.
Yeah.
See, Cluey's back.
Yeah, Cluey's back, man.
Back
no,
in the news.
we'll get to that in all the Vikings news. But follow Zone Coverage on Twitter at Zone Coverage. I mean, you're trying to jump the gun. We actually have news. And also, we have the not news.
For everybody.
And get that subscription too.
Yeah, we had the summer cookout food draft. The food drafts are always one of the most popular segments on here, mainly because we're not talking football because we're bad at that. But it's going to be a good time. But we're missing Yinka. Yinka called in sick for the cookout
did
show.
he?
Come on.
Boy.
What is going on? But it's okay. We'll saunter
Can he
on.
call in?
I don't know. Could he use his phone?
Probably not.
He doesn't seem like a phone talk guy. He seems like a texter. Like,
Yeah.
you up?
Hey, babe, you up?
Cut and paste.
Right. Reply all.
Yeah.
Done for the day.
It's a volume game.
Damn
It's
it.
a volume game, yeah.
Damn it.
Damn it, because it's true.
All right, so let's get into some Vikings news. Brian Robinson will be back for a 12th season. The man out of Texas, the 4th-round pick, 2007 NFL draft, is going to be
41.5-inch vert. I always want to say that.
Oh, yeah, because he's just a ridiculous athlete.
41.
Yeah.
Coming out of
Insane
Texas. He was an Olympian at the shot put.
shot put or something like that.
Yeah, so he was outstanding coming out in a lot of track and field stuff.
Plus, of course, my favorite thing about him, he wore 36. That's an outside linebacker.
Vaguely remember
That's
that.
kind of wild.
I respect that.
Vaguely remember that.
But he'll be back. He'll be in the mix. Numbers on his restructure haven't come out yet, but you assume that a lot of it has been guaranteed, so he'll be
Yeah,
back.
my assumption is that it's guaranteed, maybe a pay cut, maybe not even that. Maybe he just wanted to
Which is
guaranteed
what
money
right
to
now.
come back.
How many veterans are there on that? Because I feel like they just probably want a guy in the locker room that.
How many veterans on the team or the D line?
On the D line, like in his.
Well,
position.
Everson, obviously, and then
Yeah.
Linval, too. But besides that, a lot of young guys, especially after you cut Tom Johnson, you cut Shamar Stephen. I'm a Bauer guy. I'm a Stephen Weatherly guy. We like those guys. But young. And then, of course, Hunter.
34.
Yeah, yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
He really is. And then, obviously, Hunter, another
He's like
example
22,
there. So
right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, there's a difference between like a veteran presence and like a locker room leader, and I think Robinson is much more of a locker room leader based off of what I know.
I mean, the
you just
impression
get that
I got
feel,
is he's like
right?
the
Don't you?
go-to guy for the media,
Yes.
which is typically then the spokesman
Right, yeah.
in the locker room or whatever. Yeah.
Which is not to say obviously that like Linval and Everson are like locker room cancers or
Right,
anything
yeah.
like that. They're like pretty tremendous to have in a locker room, but they don't occupy the leadership.
I mean,
role kind of the
Everson I
same
see
way
as
that-
straight up entertainment, right? Like
he's
he gets it going.
absolutely
Right.
pretty entertaining.
Where
yeah.
I see Robinson as the guy who like will think through things.
yeah, no, B-Rob for sure. They send out to again like kind of tackle the media stuff.
Headline of this episode, Tom Schar of Zone Coverage says that Everson doesn't think.
Oh boy.
Yikes! Retweet. Yikes.
So I'll get the headline.
Good.
Go ahead.
Everson and B-Rob should have like a buddy cop program where Everson
Could cut back up.
No, Everson is Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon, and then B-Rob is actually Danny Glover.
old for this shit, Riggs.
Actually, perfect.
Riggs.
Do you know they made a TV show out of that?
Yeah, never watched 1 second of it.
People say it's not bad.
Really?
I'm sure it's something you just have on in the background. right?
for sure.
Oh, like Damon Wayans plays the Danny Glover role. It's like,
way.
man, it's like, man,
What's he been into
if Damon
lately?
Wayans is getting old, that means I'm getting old.
Right.
Also, Damon Wayans Jr. is on TV too, so that's annoying.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was on like that New Girl show, and then also
I like New Girl.
That show
did.
where it was on ABC, short-lived, but the main thing was that blonde chick said, when I get drunk, I eat ribs. Like, that was the main meme. I forget what show it was, but he was on that.
All right.
That's all. So, Damon Wayans, that's it for B-Rab. Actually,
I'm a fan of it. I hope it's close to a vet minimum, and then they give him his guaranteed, $1 mil or $2 mil guaranteed, have your money up front, but close to a vet min. And I just like that rotation, man. You got knocked out by Philly with an outstanding rotation. They kind of had that blueprint going in. And, again, I was worried more internal pressure from, again, losing Tom Johnson, a great free agent signing, always was the overachiever. And then Shamar Stephen, never made a big splash or impact, but a depth guy, a rotation guy. Now you got a lot of pressure before the B-Rob sign. It seemed like a lot of pressure on Hunter, better step up in what was kind of an off year. A little bit, people had, I think, unrealistic expectations for Danielle Hunter. There are some numbers being thrown out like, whatever, 18, 20
also,
sacks type of thing.
Isn't this one of those things where numbers don't evaluate it perfectly, right? You get pressure from one side and it enables the other guy, whatever.
Yeah, and you hear that through the Vikings defense just in general. I think it was Sheldon Richardson showed up, said, what I love about this defense already is I can tell we all play as one guy. Nobody cares about the stats. Everybody knows they're going to get a piece of the pie eventually. Just be patient. Just keep playing. So that was before the B-Rob signing. I really like the B-Rob signing again, just as a veteran for some of these young guys. A lot of young guys.
Brian Robinson, in between his spots at D-end, interior, also some linebacker snaps, played about 55% of the Vikings' defensive snaps in 2017. Over under 40% of the defensive snaps for B-Rob this season.
Under. Also played that joker stand-up position, kind of sprinkled over that A gap. And I'm curious to think, Arif, what you think about as they start to weed him out a little bit and get some of these young guys in. Who do you think is the next in line to get those third down joker snaps that B-Rob was always kind of taking? You know what I'm talking about?
Right. That'll be pretty interesting. I think.
Is it going to be just another DN? Can we pencil
Holmes.
in?
I think there's a good chance that it's Jalen Holmes because he's played defensive end, defensive tackle.
I just don't know if a rookie is going to be in there.
But I think it is probably unlikely that it's a rookie, but I think Holmes does have a pretty good chance because of that. Otherwise, I would take a look at Deshaun Bauer. I think that his skill set kind of matches that a little bit.
What about Weatherly, since he was a linebacker at Vanderbilt?
I like
Weatherly would be good. He was a 3-4 linebacker, but he wasn't very good as a 3-4 linebacker. That's kind of the difference. Like B-Rob was a good 3-4 linebacker.
Right.
Weatherly was much better before Vanderbilt switched systems as a 4-3 end. So
how about this one? Any snaps for Everson in that role?
From what I hear,
good of a cornerstone to just don't
doesn't
get
like
cute.
to do that.
Don't get cute. Just play him.
Exactly.
Put his hand in the dirt and be done with it.
Yeah.
Maybe whether it'll be interesting. I'm just curious what you guys think. So again, I'm with you, Andy. Under 40% of the snaps. Who's going to get those third down joker snaps? So standing up over that A gap. I'm curious to see.
Another guy who puts his hand in the dirt, David Perry. So he's in the building. He's signed. They cut Dylan Bradley, which sucks.
Yeah,
because I like B-Brads.
I was never particularly high on.
I thought of this with Everson's entertainment. Robinson almost retiring.
Yeah.
Jared Allen, you saw it tried out for Monday Night Football. Is that like a bummer to you guys that he didn't get that?
No,
I'm not super surprised.
He should have been like the Tony Syracuse.
I was about to say the Tony
Yes,
Syracuse
I
role
think
would be-
that makes a lot of sense. I heard he showed up with the gala, the big cowboy hat, the boots.
That's what you want if you're going to hire Jared Allen. Just be
you're right.
who you want.
Syracuse role makes more sense for the
on the field in the goal line area or
in
on the 50.
in that costume.
Yeah.
Come on.
Is there a picture of that out there? I would love to see
I don't know.
that.
It was Richard Deitch had the other guy.
Hilarious.
On there telling the story. Yeah.
All right. So David Perry,
Joe
backup nose tackle, is up in the building. Fourth-year jabroni out of Stanford. Fifth-round pick, 2015 by the Colts. Started 32 games for them. Was cut. He gone. Had some off-the-field issues. Played a game for the Saints last year before he had an ankle thing, but now he's a member of the Minnesota Fighting Vikings. It's off-season. I know people are starving for some content, but this feels like Will Sutton.
Yeah, you don't like this one that much. And I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably won't. Yeah, he probably won't hang. Again, we just talked about all the depth, and you can only throw so many guys on the practice squad, especially from your D-line specifically. They're only going to throw 2 guys max, I would think. I was just going to say, just real quick, that I think it more shows that they are a little starved for nose tackle specific depth. I don't know still what Jaleel Johnson's plan is, one or the three, maybe a little both. And then, the guys they drafted, obviously Jalen Holmes is going to be a 3-tech, Ade Aruna more of a natural defensive end in a 4-3. I just don't see a lot of backup nose tackles here. So I'm with you. I'd put it at less than 50%. He actually makes the 53, but I think it more shows that they're trying to get some more depth and rotation for Linval.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what they think about Jaleel Johnson. If they kind of agree with us that he probably should kind of stick at the 3 technique spot unless an emergency arises, then there's a better shot for him because there's not a ton of nose tackle depth, especially with Shamar gone. But
pretty much none. Pretty much.
Yeah. But which I think you've got the depth chart up right now.
Bradley's gone.
There's nothing.
Nobody even knows who that is.
Not that Bradley would play the nose tackle position anyway, because he's like a 267.
We haven't even brought up a Fetty either at all.
So,
and he's another guy in the rotation. Hercules Matafa. What are they going to do with him?
Yeah, so it's just like a lack of nose tackle. So I think that because there's not really a nose tackle unless Johnson improves at that, at playing at that specific position, which he might have to with Sheldon taking all those snaps. I think there's actually a pretty decent chance that he ends up making the team. I mean, like the Penn State guy, right, Curtis Cothran, I don't have a ton of faith in him. He's an undrafted free agent.
You would put Perry
apparently
way
he's
above
240
him.
pounds.
What?
Curtis?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's more than that,
which is less
today.
ideal.
Here's what I want to know. I want to know how much weight and strength Jaleel Johnson has gained. I mean, I want to see what Jaleel ends up showing up at, because that'll give us an idea.
Lost weight, honestly.
So that'll give us an idea then.
Okay, I lied. He's 301.
Okay,
whatever.
I was like, what? There's just not nose tackles. So I think that he has actually a better than 50% chance making the team.
Is there a mentality that more bodies in the building mean your starters are better just because there's people on the bottom they know that they can be replaced?
Well, you can have 90.
Yeah, I suppose, and you pair it all the way down to 53.
Yeah.
I know in baseball they always say that if there's guys who won't be as good. If
That's why Tebow's going to make the Mets 40-man roster.
I
in
swear
September.
to God he might, because the Mets are.
That's going to be awesome.
They batted out of order.
I hope he does. What do you mean they batted out of order?
Like literally they were like on a rally, and the wrong guy went up to bat.
How long
There's an right away. Right away. There's people that track. You think about baseball. Track everything, and it's stationary game.
But that's something that should happen.
There's an on-deck circle.
Yeah.
Like they're lined out in the dugout usually. Like that's so bad.
That's
horrible.
That's incredible.
No, so the wrong guy got up in the hole spot wrong.
Yeah.
On deck wrong.
Yeah.
And up to bat wrong.
So he did go up to bat.
That's rough.
And nobody said anything until
Well,
he got up.
He was called out right.
Yeah.
Yeah, during a rally.
Unbelievable, right?
Oh my God!
I love it.
I mean, what? It's worse than 12 men. I'm trying to think of what the equivalent in football would be.
Worse than 12 men. Yeah.
Lining up outside of the neutral zone. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just something
Punting
bonehead.
on third down. Something
like that.
Third.
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
like that.
12-man seems to be a fairly
especially around here.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a free play if it's 12 men on the field.
Yeah.
So at least if you're playing defense. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. Tangent.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's the off season. Who cares?
Come back to the off season.
He
Here's
never
the off-season
apologized until September. Okay.
Chris
And then get on your shit.
Chris Kluwe back in the news. He and the Vikings will be putting on an LBGTQ fundraiser June 21st in Egan. Olympic diver, right? Greg Louganis, or is he a swimmer?
I think he's a diver.
Yeah, diver.
You have to swim,
and
to
also
dive,
former Viking Ezra Tualo.
They go
also,
fish him out.
You have to swim to survive diving. You don't swim.
I didn't sign up for swimming too.
Also former Viking and also hell of a singer Ezra Tualo will appear and speak, as well as Chris Kluwe. This is all part of the settlement from the 2014 Prefergate.
Briefgate.
Yeah.
Right. It's the first NFL team, I think, as far as we know, to hold an LGBTQ summit of some kind.
Cool.
I'm not aware of what the public availability, the media availability. I know there's going to be panels. I don't know if the panels are open to the public or whatever, or if there's a ticketing process yet.
Get Arif credentialed.
It seems like something I would enjoy doing.
People know who you are. Just walk up. I'm just fucking Hassan.
Now,
I'm just going to take the spot on the
Read
panel.
the shirt.
Read the shirt.
Now-
Go nocturnal.
props to the Vikings for doing this, but is some of the shine taken away in the fact that they were legally obligated to do this?
Yeah, but I think they're also like kind of enthusiastic about doing it too. Like I think, some of the shine is taken away that this is something that they are like required to do. But I also think that like it's clear just from like the event description, given like how many people are showing up and stuff like that, that they've like kind of thrown themselves into it and are just like leaning in. Like it's not just perfunctory. But yeah, I mean, it's I guess a little bit of it. Yeah.
Ooh, can you pull up some Ezra Tuala singing? Was he on The Voice? Was that the show he was on, or was it American Idol?
I thought it was American Idol. I don't know. I remember reading his book, though. It's actually really good. He's got some good anecdotes about the Vikings, some really good stories. I think about Kevin Williams, about how...
How do you spell that?
Kevin... Yeah, that's fair. E-S-E-R-A.
That's fair. No, just put it in and Google will correct you.
I got him.
Yeah.
Did you guys see The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman? The musical one?
The wife watched it. I was in the room.
I like that.
Do you want
Really
you want to sing like Adele?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because that's one of the books that I got to get reading because it's got to be tough. Like,
It's been like 6 years, I think.
Listen, man.
I put my wife under the Minnesota.
Go get
I'm a Patriot. Well, I'm not really a Patriot fan. My boyfriend is, so.
He has a Patriots shirt on.
That's really...
come on, Ezra.
I like his, like, I'm not...
It actually looks like First Ave a little, or not First Ave, Acme.
Ooh, good song, huh?
Oh, it does.
The Polynesian Adele, I think.
Polynesian Adele.
I heard that you
Chills.
settled down, that you...
Look, there's no video of the podcast. You don't have to keep...
I think you should sing along, Luke.
He played D-tackle in the NFL. No big deal.
That
Pipes,
That's the pipes. You know who's got better pipes, though? I hate to say it. Jerry. I'm not Jerry, Chad.
Chad is good.
Super talented.
Not Jerry. Chad.
Sorry, not Jerry. Jerry has better.
Jerry has pipes.
Jerry's got pipes. Jerry's got better quality.
Jerry's got pipes in his trunk. He's going to Jeff Galooly. Rogers. A couple more items that we'll get to the summer cookout food draft. So this happens every summer. So the NFL top 100, and everyone says like, we don't care about this. This is contrived.
Right.
This is summer programming. This is, I don't even care. But then, like, their guys are like low, and they're like, screw this.
So I actually,
the hell, man.
I have no. So all I've heard of are 2 Vikings so far. So I don't.
Yep.
I've stopped paying attention to the top 100.
Stephon Diggs 65.
Yes, Stephon Diggs 65, and then what Linval Joseph is somewhere below that, right?
Yeah. So now the question is,
Have they only released up to 60?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question is Adam Thielen in the top 60?
I think he is.
He can
No
have to
doubt.
be, right?
I think he is, for sure.
And like I personally
For
think
sure.
Diggs is the better receiver, but it's like very easy to argue the opposite, especially because Thielen is healthier and had more yards.
This is all just players.
So I hope they tell the story about at the Bengals training camp.
Yeah.
When was it Pac-Man Jones? Yeah, refused to go up against him.
Because he's too soft, too weak.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like
Give me some real talent.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. So I hope that happens. I hope they bring up that story
that was
when Adam
great.
Thielen, premieres. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like the Vikings should kind of just populate the list. I mean, made it to the NFC Championship game, had a pretty good record, I hear.
I'm pretty sure Fletcher Cox's placement on the list was grooved. Like that was
Well, he was number 69, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Really, though,
Yeah.
isn't
Cox
it?
is
We all
69,
respect it.
He's probably much higher, and he fell.
should be,
actually, right? Yeah.
I think it should be higher, too.
Yeah, big fallers on this list were Landon Collins at 92.
That makes sense that he fell.
He fell
Not that
64
far,
spots.
but-
J.J. Watt clocking in at 84.
Oh.
We didn't play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, 83 Linval.
Yeah, 83 is
83
Linval.
Linval. Where's Rhodes?
Linval, Hungary. Assume Rhodes is in the top 60. Also,
Wow.
Yeah.
do you think Cousins is going to be in the top 60?
I don't think so.
I don't. Well, okay. So the top 100 list overrepresents quarterbacks, so I could see it, but I still kind of doubt. If he hadn't made the list yet, I doubt he's in the top 60.
I don't think so.
There's probably 6 or 7 quarterbacks that the NFL population in general.
I lied. Sorry. Cousins was 94.
There you go. See.
Okay. Yeah. Because they got to sprinkle him in there. Okay. So Rhodes coming up. Thielen probably coming up. And that should be it, right? No Everson.
Yeah, well, I mean, people might over-remember the sack streak at the beginning of the year, so you could see Everson.
Maybe. But otherwise, nobody else on defense. Harry?
I could see. Well, yeah, Harry's going to be in there.
Harry should be like top 30.
I could see Anthony Barr. At this point, he's like kind of a legacy vote for a lot of players.
I just want Sendejo to pop up at 48.
That would
like,
be
what's up?
amazing.
It is funny how players think,
No, it would
though,
be
right?
like Trey Waynes.
If you asked them, you'd be like, well, the media is too biased towards what they know kind of previously, and then you look exactly how they vote, and you're like,
players vote like Pro Bowl voting fans, and it's like the same.
No, and honestly, it's every sport. Like when Rose came here, you had players being like, man, he's a legend, and I'm like,
really?
I'm like, you compete against him, right? I mean, like, he was great. Don't get me wrong, and he was used well here.
Not like legend,
well here,
as like in the past, as like.
But I mean, no, they're straight up
tradition.
like, wow, like Derrick Rose is coming in.
But like an urban legend, like remember Derrick Rose? He used to be good. No, that can't be true.
No. Man.
He's the best thing from Chicago since Kanye, and it's like, oh, damn it. Both of them ruined now. NFL players should start a meme on this where they say like, Kyle Rudolph is the best tight end in the NFL. Just like completely uncoverable. Like the stats lie, the media lie, the media lies. It's like he's just uncoverable.
Oh, here's a good question.
That will trickle down.
So does Keenum make the list? Obviously, if he hasn't made the list yet, he probably shouldn't have. He probably won't in the top 60. But I mean, like he had a pretty good year statistically.
Good question.
I mean, the
doubt
other
it.
thing I wonder is they always say, I don't know if it matters as much with NFL, but they're always like, well, this guy got to the Hall of Fame because he was a good guy, right? And people just remember him as like, I think players kind of think like that too, though. They
know him more a little bit.
Yeah, and I just like
Man of the Year.
I wouldn't be
awards and
surprised
stuff
if the
like
players
that.
kind of downgraded, like Dominic Raiola. Because he's a jerk,
And he's
right?
retired.
Well, and who would?
Well, I mean, generally. But.
If you're like a guy fighting for a job in the NFL, right,
Yeah.
and some guy walks in the locker room and is just a jerk, and you're like, I get he's good, and especially if he doesn't play well there, you're like, I will never, like, that's how I remember you. You're a jerk, and I don't like you.
That's how we remember you as a wet for. There's been 2 quarterbacks so far. Cousins 94, Garoppolo at 90.
That's
Garoppolo already.
So there's going to be a huge
He
run
played
on
6
quarterback.
games.
Yeah, there's going to be a huge run on
Yeah,
quarterbacks
there's gonna be
from like 1 to 30.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, well,
1 to 35.
Keenum's probably not going to make it then.
No, probably
You
not.
never know.
Even though he had his best year by far.
I just want Keenum to show up at like 60. Just like.
So highest Viking on there is going to be Harry. We have to agree on that, right?
Should be, but I doubt
right?
it.
Who else would be? Highest
Thielen,
Viking.
right?
Yeah, jeez, dude.
I mean,
I think
Harrison
Harry.
Smith, good example though, kind of underrated because he doesn't self-promote.
Right.
Oh, huge, big
so
time.
one of the things that
Big
you notice
time.
about the players
Yeah.
list is that they overrepresent the very same players that fans do. So they overrepresent quarterbacks, they underrepresent offensive linemen, which is weird because that's like the very thing they like chide the media, like follow the ball, you know. But they do the same thing, and so they overrepresent running backs and wide receivers. They underrepresent cornerbacks and offensive linemen. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, Thielen maybe a little bit further ahead than where he should be, and Harry a little bit under where he should be. For those reasons, because
not a Viking, but Adrian Peterson walks into. I mean, he's going to get a job somewhere, right?
Nope.
No.
Home Depot.
I mean, there's people in Arizona though.
he might get the 4 games in New Orleans that Mark Ingram's suspended for, right?
Yeah.
So here's the
Sean
thing.
Payton just says things.
People in Arizona, I bet players in Arizona, if you interviewed them, they'd be like, he's a legend. And he'd be like, he played for the Saints, right?
Yeah.
And like he was, But it's such a. And then
You saw the offseason interviews when the players were talking about Adrian Peterson, right? They're like, "Oh my God, he's a physical freak."
but
He hasn't
I-
lost a
but-
step.
but I-
Yeah,
but I get it,
beforehand.
like-
We were dying over that.
I get that they know how hard it is to be as good as Adrian Peterson was, right? And I think that factors into it. I just
The Georgia State running back. It's probably better.
Georgia Southern.
Whatever.
Get it right.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. Something else that is legendary is My Burger, because My Burger, family owned, assessed over since 2004. That's 15 years. Bam. Serving made-to-order burgers, hand-pressed to perfection burgers are made fresher, taste better. It's weird how that works out. And they feature hand-dipped malts, locally baked gluten-free bun saladas, going back to Spanish, and also sweet potato fries. Hit them up. Also, here's what's important. My Burger also serves various craft beers. Why? Because everyone likes a burger and a beer. just how it works. 5 Twin Cities locations, Stadium Village, Richfield, Calhoun, Up in the Skyway, downtown, and also Mac Groveland. That's my favorite. Call us homebodies because we like it local. There's no shame ordering online in seconds at myburgerusa.com. And also, here's what's big. Zone coverage. Subscribe, and you get a free My Burger gift card. Good for a free, delicious burger at My Burger. Speaking of burgers, Tom.
Yeah. By the way, with that, you get that Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
And all this exclusive content.
Same,
It's a good
same
deal.
one. What, $5 to B-dubs?
Yeah, $5 to be done.
Yeah, that adds up, man.
Shirt.
And a shirt?
Yeah.
Go get your subscription.
Play Will Smith, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Summertime on
It's
loop.
happening.
Summertime.
As we get into
summertime.
Summer Cookout Food Draft. So, pulling things up. We got 4 combatants.
Thank you.
You got the link. You're good to go. So, it's just like most of our other food drafts, except with different foods. It's crazy how that works out. You got 3 main dishes, 3 sides, a dessert, a flex option, and also 2 beverages as well. And
Secrets are no fun.
Secrets. Hey!
all right, main dishes, we got, of course, standbys, ribs, burgers, brats, hot dogs, steaks, all that other good stuff. Sides, exactly what you would expect. Potato salad, mac salad, watermelon. Luke, that's going 1-1 to you.
Yeah,
Yes,
Luke, that's a lot of
sir.
money. Yeah.
Great desserts and also some beverage as well. So, draft order is going to be Arif, Tom, me, Luke. You got the turnaround.
Boy.
Sorry, Arif.
This is tough.
Boy, oh
man.
boy, oh
I always
boy.
overthink this stuff.
Boy, oh boy, oh
And as
boy.
always, we'll put it out to you, the
3
people,
mains, 3 sides,
to
2
see
bevs.
who comes out victorious. So let's start hitting this up. Arif, you're on the clock. What's it going to be?
This is going to be tough. You know what? I'll go with steak.
Going with steak. Now, don't have to specify on the list, but what particular cut? What you rolling with?
I mean, if I get to choose, I'd probably choose prime rib.
Yeah.
People are a lot more comfortable with a wider range of cooking outcomes on prime rib, like if it's medium or if it's rare.
Yeah.
They're very particular when it comes to like sirloin or something, so it's easier to cook at to do prime rib.
Prime rib is like a winter thing.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Although, yeah, I'm not going to argue. But prime rib is pretty much
yeah.
it time. Tom,
Hold on, I'm trying. I might not get my picking on time. Where is this?
you're going to get Kevin Williams.
I am
Wow,
getting
you
Kevin
need
Williams.
K-dubs?
I'm trying to find
Andy's
this,
sprinting
there we
up to
go.
the podium right now.
Right.
What's the card say, Andy?
Oh, wait, that's not the link either.
Yeah, where is the link in the show notes? Where is this?
The link is in the
I'll
email.
just send it to you right now, Tom.
I've show notes.
Tom, it's like you're the producer of the show.
No, like the least.
I direct
organized.
message the link to you, Tom.
Okay, good. It's coming. This is a computer from 2001, so we're gonna get this.
And it's slowed down by all your Pornhub bots.
Yeah.
Oh, am I not allowed to watch that? It's weird when the audio bleeds into DJ Jazzy Jeff. Okay, I'm. Ooh, wow. I'm a fajitas guy. I think
Nice.
that's the direction I'm going.
sneaky.
You mean bad? It's a bad pick.
No,
The fajitas.
you're not a fajitas man.
I love fajitas. There's no way making
This
it
is
my
a
first
summer
round
cookout.
Whoops.
pick. Whoops.
He just Colton Millered the Summer Cookout Food Draft. Me, I gotta go with the standby. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll grab some burgers.
Yep.
We'll lock
Yep.
that up.
Yep.
Touche.
Fan favorite for the
Touche.
people.
Yep.
Luke, you got 2.
Yep, I'm going back to back. Okay, this is basically going to set the foundation for my plate right here. So I'm going to go with the standby as well. I'm going to go brats. Get that out of the way right now. Hope we got a variety of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to go grilled chicken staring at me. I'm going to go barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken for the summer cookout.
That's good.
Barbecue chicken. Because I
barbecue.
got a game plan coming back with my sides that should add well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good mix. But
Yeah.
we'll see if they fall to me, though. I got a long ways to wait. Pork ribs, of course.
Going
Yeah,
heavy.
pork
Going with the
ribs,
ribs.
All right, Tom, what do you got?
I left it out there. Tom.
What are you itching for?
I'm
here?
gonna go
What are you itching
kebabs.
for?
I'm going double meat.
This is weird.
Tom, I think you're gonna lose.
Yeah, I'm worried.
He doesn't got
I made a
boobs.
rushed first pick.
You didn't get boobs.
I'll take. So for my turnaround,
Yep.
I'm doing hot dogs and German potato salad.
Hot dogs and German potato. Ooh, people love
Man, good pick.
German potato salad.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's a smart move, I think.
All right, and Tom.
Coming back to me.
No, over under 10% of the vote Tom gets. Because he's
I'm getting over 10. I'm getting over 10.
He's not voting for the people.
Such a weird setup. I mean, it's Tom, so.
Yeah, I'm just going to get
venison
weirder
right here, right?
I mean, I was thinking that, but I might go grilled shrimp. I mean, grilled shrimp might be a little safer than that. What the hell is this?
It's the first time I've heard of seafood referred to as safe during a cookout.
Oh, no.
Keep that going.
We're rolling this. Yeah, I'm going grilled shrimp. At this point, you're in or you're out.
That's incredible.
Wait, no.
People are just going to assume...
It's a little something for everyone.
People are going to assume that this is A, not a snake draft, and B, that you had the last pick.
This is
It's fine. Let them assume.
This was the buffet at Adrian's Arabian Nights birthday party.
Arabian night. It's Arabian.
Yeah. Ah, man. Now what to do here? Like you can go full on heavy with the meats. I mean, like the sides will be there because we have enough sides for 5 people drafting. Thanks, Yinka.
Yinka's not here.
What did I mean, I think you got beef with the burgers. You got pork with the pork ribs. I think I'm going to go wings.
Nice.
That's smart.
That's a good one.
Nice.
I was hoping wings would last to where I was.
Nice little
That's a good
smoked
one.
wings.
I was
action.
debating that or barbecue chicken, kind of the same thing going on.
All right, Luke Duke.
I'm going to go pulled pork.
Yeah.
Good.
And then I'm going to... Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm going to go to Staple and I have to get my coleslaw. There's a lot of sides that are staring at me, but I have to go get my coleslaw for that pulled pork.
GGY.
Thank you. I hope there's some things that make it to me coming back. This is dangerous.
Yeah. I'm going to bust into the sides as well. And I know that potato salad's relatively polarized.
Right.
I feel like mac salad has a
Agreed.
decent,
I was looking at that.
Man.
It's a sneaky good one.
Yeah. So go with the mac salad because
it's a good one.
So my worry is that I think all of these salads are polarizing except for German potato salad.
Yeah.
Just why I
You're
took
talking
it.
vote-wise?
Yeah.
It's always the what were my
I also
voters
do prefer
think
it,
versus
but
what do I actually just want.
Right. And so the reason potato salad was a good pick for me at the turn is because I think it's a good confluence of those two. I love German potato salad, and I just think out of all of the salads listed here, it's just less controversial. Tom, what do you got?
I'm going to keep this weird.
Oh, wow.
I love frozen.
I'm going to go daiquiris.
Hell yeah. There he is.
I like how it's still not
What's
spelled
SP?
correctly.
Wait.
Spelling.
Do you want that in beverage or the flex?
I want that in beverage.
That's his go-to number one.
I would
sipping on.
love for Tom to instantly consume his flex spot.
Yes.
All right, Arif, you got the back-to-back.
Yeah, I'll
Fun
take.
to have the back-to-back.
Yeah, I'll take watermelon and asparagus.
Ooh, took my watermelon. Nice pick.
Very
That's it.
summary.
Pick.
All right,
Very summary.
Tom, you're back on.
I'm going to go craft beer.
There he is. Uh-oh, the laugh's coming out.
Now, what specific beer are you going to go with?
I'm going to keep it local. I'm going to keep it a little Surly, a little Fulton. We're gonna keep it local here.
All right. So, since I'm going with the everyman route, I feel like we have
You're
very
definitely
heavy on
going
the meat.
generic man, stereotype man, but that's also your plate, right? This is how you
much
build
is.
it anyways.
That's why I'm going to go fruit salad.
Nice.
Yeah, just nice little...
That's
Yeah,
the
grapes,
one salad I would
strawberries.
say is not polarizing.
I
out
want
of
the
all these
voters to
salads,
know
yeah.
how I drafted because going beverage.
When we'll put it
draw
on Twitter, we're not going to say, "Oh no, you need the context."
No, you definitely do though, because Twitter's all about context.
That's true.
All right, Luke.
Yeah, Luke, you're up.
Boy,
Back.
boy, oh boy. All right, I'm going to get just a side of nachos because I'm going to put that pulled pork on those nachos, and also
that.
I'll probably sprinkle that coleslaw in there as well.
That's good.
A little heat with a little cool, and then I think I have to go get that potato salad. It's just got to be the staple.
Oh yeah,
this is more for the voters.
I didn't think potato salad would last that long.
Yeah, this is more for the voters, I think. But
Of course, it helps that Tom's not drafting.
correct. Yeah, we went from
correctly.
five. We went from 5 draftees to basically 3.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom. I mean, I'll go to your barbecue, dude, but
I mean, I got a little something for everyone.
I don't hate this barbecue. I would go to it. I just
We're also bringing food, which is also polite, but also because we really want to. All right, I'm up next. Continuing with the everyman. Corn.
Oh man, that was going to be my
Corno
flex.
on the combo.
Good pick.
What is up, Tom?
I'm gonna go cookies.
cookies. I'm so confused, but
it's coming.
hungry.
Okay, Arif, you
Bang,
got
bang.
back-to-back. What is happening?
I don't know.
It's gonna get great.
I'll go light beer and lemonade.
No, oh my God!
That's
Really?
a solid pick. Solid picks.
Wow,
Solid picks. I respect it.
dude.
All right, Tom,
Shit.
you're back on the clock.
Ice cream in my flex spot.
Nice
For the
Jesus.
cookies. For the cookies. Come on, guys. That's how you
Ice cream
sandwiches.
Stupid! Come here! Get over here!
I think ice cream sandwich is probably on here, and I didn't choose it. No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah,
You're good. You're good.
bit of a reach, except I'm gonna grab pop just to make sure we got that thing
you got
locked
the
down.
staple.
Yeah.
Yep. Luke,
Okay, you're
back to
going
back.
pop. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna get my import beer,
That's right.
and then I'm going to get my iced tea. I gotta have something. I was gonna go lemonade. Who stole lemonade from me?
Yo.
You stole it. Yo.
Do you remember those hugs things?
No,
No.
I'm confused.
I have no idea what.
They're like
I thought you were talking about like baby underwear, and I was like, why is this here?
Yeah.
they're like
Check, please.
They're like little plastic barrels, like they're like stamped out like a barrel. Tinfoil on top. Wow. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome,
I
actually.
forgot those.
So if that's your
existed
pick,
at
I
one
love
point.
it, but I don't know that other people are going to understand what you're
Tide
getting at.
Pods. Where are Tide Pods on this list?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm going margarita.
Remember that?
Yeah. Margarita
That's good.
filling out the
All
beverage. Tom?
Shit.
You got
Time
your
to
choice
back
of
up.
sides, Tom.
I know.
Rip at it, man. This might be the best play because these sides are deep.
Yeah, sides are deep. I'm gonna go baked beans.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
dude.
you
Nice,
would.
man.
Actually,
I could literally make all my picks right now, right?
could, but
Yeah.
no. Arif.
But
no, because somebody could go flex.
this is tough.
You go flex.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in my flex spot.
right. It's got to be you. It's got to scream, this
yeah,
is my
right, yeah,
unique part of me. This is my play.
Okay, so I'll put. Dang.
I know.
This is tough.
I
Okay,
know.
I got it.
Okay.
Let's grab. Kills me. Okay, so let's put in the flex spot the mac and cheese.
Nice pick.
Yeah.
That's summer barbecue.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Wow, I can't believe it lasted that
I
long.
know.
And then this is tough. Choosing for my last main, so I've got one main left.
Gucci.
God, there's so many mains on the board because Yinka's not here.
How did Yinka miss this one?
I don't know, man. You know what? No, I'll just do it. I don't need to go as fancy as I usually go. Let's go brisket.
Nice. That's a good pick.
No one went whole pig.
That's good.
Actually,
pick.
wait. Could put that in the flex.
Could get that. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it in the flex.
Tom, you're up for the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little chips and cream dip.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Are you a French onion or like a ranch guy?
I like the French onion dip, but they're both
French
good.
onion.
Yeah, I like French onion, although ranch is solid.
They're both good, yeah.
Hey,
I think daiquiris is what's gonna kill me. Actually,
Yeah.
really weird pick there.
That was a wild card.
just like in real life, Tom cannot handle his rum. All right, so I'm of two minds here. Like, I
Yep.
could go smartly, grab me some chips and guac. Which
That's
is
a great,
it's
great
nice.
pick.
Or I could go on brand and get the whole pig.
Or you
That
could
would
go
be
on brand and
extremely
get the
on
whole
brand.
pig, yep.
I have to.
I could see whole pig swinging the whole thing.
I
for
could
you.
see that too.
Whole pig with
It's
ribs.
a power move. It's
My
a power
eyes
move
just
in the
went
flex.
right over it.
Right.
I probably would have. I should have picked that.
It's a power move.
That's
Whole
good.
hog.
For sure.
All right, Luke, back to back.
I got back to back here. Okay, I'm going to get that ice cream cake. That's like Dairy Queen ice cream cake, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like Fudgy the Whale.
So
Whatever
good.
it is, yeah.
And then there's still some good sides sitting up here. I'm trying to think what could put me over the edge here. I already got the nachos, so I don't want to double up on some of that. I'm going to go with... Give me the beef ribs.
Beef ribs. Solid.
Beef
Gargantuan.
ribs. When in
Those-
doubt, go with more protein.
Those things are the
right?
best thing to cook too because you only have to flip them, you have to put them.
You're
It's
so
like-
good at them. Yeah, you got them down.
Yeah. All right, dessert. Crap. I was really banking on that ice cream.
Oh, I got the combo, baby.
Yeah, you got the cookies and cream, dude.
Yeah.
Cookies and ice cream. I'm starving.
To
now
go
after
personally,
I know, me too.
All right, I'll go with the people. I'll go a little key lime pie action. Like
That's a good one.
I want a cobbler.
So many good options this
a lot
draft.
of people don't like cobbler for some
A lot of
reason.
best available.
It's
Cobbler
very
is
odd.
delicious.
Strawberry shortcake sounded good.
All right, Tom, you got a side.
All right, give me one more
You're
side.
picking
man.
the board.
So you got baked beans.
Hummus
you got,
and pitas.
What? Tachos is right there.
I can't. That touch was tough.
No, hummus and peanuts. This is Adrian Peterson's birthday party.
This is
for sure.
I love
All
this.
right.
I'm sticking with daiquiris. I have some regrets.
I was actually
Otherwise,
hoping
yeah,
somebody
good.
would make this choice for me,
But-
because now I'm deciding between peach cobbler, banana cream pie, and the icebox cake, which I actually think is delicious.
Delicious.
But I don't know that enough people know what it is. And I mean, peach cobbler is delicious.
You really got to get into the mind of your voter.
It's tough. I mean, the last time I did that, I overcorrected.
That's true.
Yeah, just be like me. Just freelance, baby.
Oh man.
I don't think you've won one yet.
You know, there's
Andy
not
dominates all
enough.
of them.
There's not enough fruit going on. I
think I
think in
won
mine,
one.
so I'm gonna go with peach cobbler.
Nice.
Cobbler,
Cannot
bring
go
it
wrong
on
with peach
home.
cobbler.
All right, gents.
just
Arif,
rip 'em
why don't
out.
you, recap your plate.
Yeah, well, okay, so I went, so my mains are pretty heavy. I think that's okay for a cookout. Steak, nominally prime rib, but whatever the steak your choice is. Hot dogs, buns, obviously, is part of the equation if you kind of want to just have some hand food. Brisket, if you really want to dig down on the meat. And then, to cut it up a little bit, you got German potato salad, which is delicious. It uses bacon fat as one of its fat and binders. Watermelon, really refreshing, really cool. Is one of the reasons I needed to go for it, because there's not that many refreshing, cool things available to us. Asparagus, I think, is the best grilled vegetable.
Yeah.
Period. It's so delicious.
Makes the piss smell funny. Don't care.
Yeah, don't care. Peach cobbler for dessert, another fruit thing that adds a little bit of tartness, sweetness, and it's got a good crunch. It's one of the only desserts I think is texturally interesting as well as delicious. Mac and cheese is the other flex spot. It's just a cookout
Like that
classic.
mac and cheese.
Should not have lasted
Mac
as long
and cheese
as it did.
can win you a draft.
I think so. I mean, it has, right? It has won some of us a draft, not me. And then your
Mac and cheese
beverages.
was what I was going for.
Your beverages need to be light. So I picked a light beer, I picked a lemonade, and you need to cool down after having all this heavy stuff.
That's a solid. I mean, that's a B plus.
Sound logic.
That's
Sound
a
logic.
solid ass B plus draft right there. You're up.
All right, yeah, easy to explain. We got a little something for everyone here. The fajita crowd, we got
Opposite
that.
of easy to explain.
We got
The three kinds of people: fajita people, kebab people, and grilled shrimp people.
Right, grilled shrimp. Grilled shrimp goes great with anything.
Where are you keeping the shrimp before you cook it?
Ice in one of those containers.
Okay, yeah,
Yep,
that
that's
sounds
logical.
safe.
Yep.
Cool.
No,
Yeah.
it's safe. It's good to eat. Cleaned out, poop scooped. Baked beans,
Okay.
chips and cream dip, hummus and pitas. Can't go wrong with those three sides. But I want to remind people. I
Never
went
seen
with.
hummus and pita at a cookout.
Oh, it happens all the time. You're just going to the wrong
Happens
one.
all the time. Good
No,
selling.
but I
He's
want to.
selling it.
I want to remind the people that we went with daiquiris.
Of course we
With
did.
the fourth overall pick, and then craft beer fifth. I'm thinking alcohol, prime product to have at your cookout, and then cookies and ice cream. Could not-
Daiquiris, cookies, ice cream. All
I mean, really,
in the
this
same
is everyone's invited. There's something for everyone here. This is the way
You
you
get a
gotta go.
toothache going to yours, man.
It's a good toothache, though. You can feel that pain.
I'm dying right now.
Luke, how about your plate?
Yeah, so here's my whole thinking. We got 4 proteins, right? We got 4 mains. 2 of them, classic summer barbecue. Brats.
Love the brats, but
Beef ribs. Barbecue chicken and pulled pork. I'm going to probably use those on my nachos, which is one of my main sides. And then my other 2 main sides, coleslaw and potato salad. Again, just 2 kind of classics. Ended off with ice cream cake from DQ. And then my 2 beverages, just depends on what you're feeling today. A little iced tea to wash it all down, or feeling a little frisky, we'll import beer for you.
what kind of imported beer?
What do you like, sir?
Corona.
From a Heineken to a Corona. Yeah.
Imported out of Modesto.
Yeah. I'm digging that, though. I'm digging a good balance of good meat, good, again, the stereotypical summer food like coleslaw, potato salad, barbecue chicken.
All right, for me, you got the whole pig. I feel like that's going to be the highlight.
Yeah, that's
such a good
pick.
pick.
That's an all-
That could have been a first overall pick. I really screwed that
No,
up.
like that's an all-day thing. So in the interim, you got the burgers, you got the ribs, you got the wings, etc.
You don't have grilled shrimp, though. Just pointing it out.
Mac salad, fruit salad, corn on the cob, straight up all American. Blah blah.
One of
blah.
the underrated things about this whole pick thing is that you've got something for adventurous eaters too, right? Like if somebody really wants like the gelatin from like the pork knuckle, they can have it, right? right?
Yeah.
If somebody wants pork ribs, they can have it.
You can put anything
Plus
on a
also you have
kebab. I
pork
just want
ribs.
to point that out. Just want to point that out.
Plus, Grandma, she ain't got no teeth anymore, so she can have the Midlands. That
Yeah.
little soft, tender stuff. Yeah.
I like that.
I'm a skin guy, though. I mean, come on. Skin in the game. Also, key lime pie, Papa margaritas. We're getting nuts. It's going to be a good time. You get drunk off tequila, eat a whole pig.
This is the first one where I feel like right after the draft immediately, I don't think I won. I think Andy won.
I think Andy won too. Andy's been on a winning streak.
I think I get at least 10% of the vote.
The
and
people
I'm
are
happy
very
with that.
fickle.
The people are fickle.
Yeah.
Maybe me not thinking I won will finally lead to me
an RJ
winning
reverse jinx.
instead of getting second.
Well, some people will immediately disqualify me just because they don't like peas and macaroni salad. So it's like, that's why we're not voting.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the people are fickle.
Get out of here, people. Yeah. Actually, don't get out of here because we need you to listen to our show. Also, listen to Hour 2. We got questions. We got phone calls. We got all that other good stuff. Show's available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, zonecover.com/machine. But for Luke and Arif and Tom, I'm Andy saying, sayonara. Bye-bye. Let's Hour 2.